What's up, YouTube? Honeybee here, and we just got the Injustice 2 pools revealed for CEO 2018 coming up next week. So let's go ahead and take a look at all these pools and how they're gonna basically look and what my predictions are in terms of each and every pool so far announced. Alright guys, so here are the pools. You can see it on smash.gg. If you look up CEO 2018, you should be able to find it. As it says right here, tournament is going to be June the 29th, onwards to July 1st. It's that weekend, and you should be able to see all of this action streamed on the NetherRealm Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/NetherRealm. So let's go ahead and start looking at these pools. We'll start with the beginning of Pool A1. So if we click on it, we can see the brackets aren't yet available, but the pools are. So we won't know who's in whose path, but we will know what players are in that pool. And from what I can tell, there's A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, so that's 6, and then C1, C2. There's only 8 pools, which is kind of weird when normally speaking, a lot of the tournaments for Injustice 2 are usually 16 pools. Maybe they didn't have enough entrants for this one. I'm not sure. It says 147 entrants. So this to me is very, very strange. I would think that they would split it into 16 pools instead of 8 incredibly stacked pools. 147 entrants is a lot. Like you can definitely do 16 pools for that. So I'm not sure if this is gonna change, because the thing is, like, pools are usually still subject to change when they're this early on. But right now speaking, like, it's kind of weird to me that they have 8 pools instead of 16. But either way, pool A1 here, Get Wrecked. Very strong player. He actually didn't do that well at Combo Breaker. It was like one of those upsets, I think, where you expected him to do better, but definitely don't sleep on him. Get Wrecked is really strong. Dragon is in this pool, but for those of you that don't know, actually, Dragon announced on Twitter that he's no longer part of Allegiance. He decided to leave them, and he's just not going to be competing in Injustice 2 for the rest of the season. So Dragon being in this pool is basically a freebie for whoever's here, because Dragon's not actually going to be playing. He's not planning on actually going. So that's basically a freebie for the pool. I see Blake is here, John Itty's here, Raj is here, KP is here. I know regular Marcus was in my pool last time. He didn't do too well. And then Scar is here. So first impressions is, if Dragon was competing and was going to be in it, this would be a solid pool and whatever. But if Dragon's not going to be in it, like, this pool is going to be, I would say, very, like, underwhelming compared to some of the other ones we're going to take a look at, because Scar, if without Dragon, Scar is the obvious top seed. But after that, like, there isn't a very, very strong second seed, in my opinion here. Like, it would have been fine if Dragon and Scar are like top 2 seeds, and then you have other strong players like Nitty and KP and Get Wrecked. But without that super strong player in there, it's not going to be quite as strong. I know that someone like Ominous is late regging again, which is annoying, because, like, honestly, people should just register ahead of time. So, like, really, they should put someone like Ominous in here to beef it up a little bit. But either way, let's look at the next pool, A2. We have, I see Crazy's in here, one of the guys in the Patron. Decay is here. That's cool. He didn't do too well last time. He was a Swamp Thing, so you can't expect too much. But Deoxys is here. He actually wasn't able to go to Combo Breaker. He won Texas Showdown, and he's been looking super strong. So definitely, if you're in this pool, you gotta know that Blue Beetle matchup. I see Kiltron is here. My boy Magic Man is here. Nubcakes is here. Rag, Rewind, okay. The Triclops of Vendetta is here too. So looks like Deoxys would be the clear. Deoxys and Rewind. two top players. I'm wondering if they're gonna have 3 players out of pools or if they're gonna have 2 players out of pools. Because if it's 2 players out of pools, yeah, it's gonna be rough as fuck. Because yeah, this pool is pretty strong, I would say. Deoxys, Rewind, and Nubcakes are 3 very well-known, strong players. Magic Man's been up and coming. Like he got 17th at Combo Breaker, so he was doing really well. He wins Speed Force Arenas, you know, so that means something, I think. Not really. But yeah, it's pretty good pool. And then you have Vendetta in here too, and he's a really strong player. Kiltron, strong player. So that's really cool. I think that's a solid pool right there. Next pool here. Who do we have? Churney's in here. Chicken Joe, my boy Chicken Joe is here. Hayate is here. Gambler's here. My boy Newbie's here. Punk is here. Samij is here. Okay, so obvious. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, obvious top 2 strong players we have are Samij and Hayate. Like, they're the obvious, like, number 1 and 2 seeds. I would expect Samij is the first seed and Hayate is the second seed. And then after that, you have a good amount of like I would say Punk, he's definitely a solid player. Gambler, definitely solid player. And then you have people like Newbie and Chicken Joe and Churney that are definitely up and comers. Not quite enough to guarantee to like warrant like an actual like seeding of like whatever, but they're definitely strong players that can help fill out the bracket, make potential upsets. So, you know, that's solid, I think. B1, we have Toxin, we have Buffalo, my boy Crazy Bone is in here. Deg, oh shit, Return of Deg. Has he been playing this game? Who does he use? Oh shit, that's cool. Drifter's in here too. Gur, okay, that's cool, that's cool. Oh, Tekken Master and yo, Tekken Master and Tweety in the same pool. What we did not get at Combo Breaker, we might just get at CEO. That's hot. That's hot. Yo, if they change the pools though, which I think they could potentially do to make 16 pools instead of 8 pools, just for the hype purposes, I hope that Tekken Master and Tweety stay in the same pool. But that's hot. Tekken Master and Tweety in the same pool. Okay, so we have them and Gur. I was getting a little bit underwhelmed at the beginning, but this is a strong pool because if you have Tekken Master and Tweety and Gur, that's 3 people that could arguably be like a first or second seeder in there. Tweety, I would think, is the first seed because he just won Combo Breaker. But then you also have like Buffalo in here, who's a very, very strong player as well. You don't really know too much about Deg, but he was really strong in the past. I don't know what to expect from him anymore. I do hope my boy Crazy Bone does well, and Drifter is no slouch either. So, and I'm familiar with the name Quake, although I haven't actually seen him play. But that's a solid pool right there. Like that, if you compare this B1 to A1 when Dragon isn't actually going to be here, that's like, that shit's not balanced in my opinion. Like honestly, I would think they should put like Gur in here instead, because that's kind of like crazy to me if they're gonna do 8 pools instead of 16. B2 here we have Coach Steve, strong player. Compros is here. Canary player, I don't know if he still uses Canary, maybe someone else. Gross, second at Combo Breaker, obvious top seed, I would think. Oh, Lumia is actually going, and Infinity, ex-Siren member? I don't know, it doesn't say Siren here. Slayer is here. Oh, so Slayer registered, but he's been saying on Twitter that he's actually not gonna go, so I don't know, maybe he'll pull like one of those, you know, I'm not going, but ha ha ha, I'm here, so who knows. Mystify, another Siren player, is here, so we got lots of Sirens. Romanova, that's Amanda, she's actually gonna be there too. Lots of this pool has like all the females in it, and then we have Theo here as well. So Theo and Gross already, that makes it perfectly acceptable. And then you have like people like Steve, Coach Steve, and potentially Slayer if he shows up. That's a solid pool, I would say. B3. Foxy Grandpa, Big D, Mr. Joshua Gray, the legend, is here as well. Sonic Fox. This pool immediately became the death pool. Sundula's here too. Station's here too. Imperial Strike. My boy Flash Player over here. White Boy as well. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. I think it's always interesting looking at pools and you're like going down a list and you're like, alright, you know, like it's alright, and then it's like bam, Sonic Fox, bam, White Boy at the very end. It's just like shit. This pool went from like okay to severely stacked. So White Boy and Sonic Fox, obvious top seeds in this pool. Foxy, obviously a super strong player as well. He didn't perform that well at Combo Breaker, but he's the type of player that like never ever can count him out. Big D has been practicing as well, so I would expect him to put up at least a fight if he's gonna lose to any of these guys. I don't think it'll be easy. Station, really strong player. I know Strike has been strong with Flash, and I think VTech is actually really good too. So this pool is pretty stacked. I think that's a solid pool. Here we go. C1. Bio, my bro here. Darth Arma's here. Forever King is here. Illusions is here. Jackal's here. Bot is here. He did really well at Combo Breaker. He beat Gur and Illusions in his pool to make it out. Nikki's here. My boy Uncut Robin is here. It says Ryan Robin. Your last name is not Robin. And Viking is back from the dead. Oh shit. This is also a stacked as fuck pool. There's like, dude, if they're only having 2 people make it out of pools, and they actually only do 8 pools, this is gonna be a bloodbath. Like, pools is gonna be a bloodbath. I can't even. This is crazy. Like, Bio, King, Illusions, Arma, Bot. That's crazy already. That's already crazy. Okay, that's hot. Next pool. Too easy. I think this is the last pool, so this is my pool. Too easy. Burrito Voorhees. Again, Crumb, one of the boys, is here. Myself, Honeybee, is here. Jur's here. Shark Teeth is here. Interesting. My boy Silver Eye is here. Trey Pound is here. Euphoring. Is that the kid? There's like a kid that used to play back in MKX that used Ermac, and he was like a little kid that must have been like maybe like 10 years old or something. I think that's him. So my pool, I would say myself and Silver Eye are like clear top seeds, with Shark Teeth being like a really strong player in there as well. Burrito Voorhees has always been really strong. Too Easy has been really strong. Trey Pound as well. So there's a lot of like strong players in this pool too. I think it's a very solid pool. But once again, like, yeah, if it's only 2 people that make it out, it's just gonna be fucking rough, man. Like, holy. But very interesting pools, I would say. It's going to be really interesting, I think, when the actual brackets are announced, because as you can see, if I click it, brackets aren't available, so you don't know who you're actually facing. Like, in some of these pools, like I would predict the way it is like top seeds and bottom seeds are always like on opposite sides of the bracket, so that they'll only fight each other if they, like, theoretically, if they were to keep winning, they would fight each other in the winners finals of their pool. So like, for example, like Samij and Hayate should be opposite ends of this pool. Dragon and Scar would be opposite ends, but Dragon's not going to go, so I don't know what's going to happen with this pool. Honestly, it needs to be beefed up a little bit. This pool over here for A2, I would say Deoxys and Rewind should be first and second seeds and be split there. B1, who's in B1 again? Oh yeah, Tekken Master, Tweety, and Gur. Like, I don't... I feel like Tekken Master, Tweety, and Gur, like honestly, they should just put Gur into Scar's pool in the first one, because that all three of them could arguably be top seeds. So that's kind of crazy. But you know, a lot of these pools are crazy. But anyways, this would be Gur and Theo should be split. B3, I would say Sonic Fox and White Boy should be split. In this one, I would say Bio and King probably would be the top 2 seeds, and they should be split. And then in C2, my pool, I would think myself and Silvereye should be the top 2 seeds that get split. So those are the pools as we know them. That's stacked. Like, this is super stacked. Crazy pools. I'm really excited to get grinding. I know a bunch of the matchups I'm gonna have to start grinding for sure. Anyone that's going to CEO, definitely take a look at your pools, see who's in there. Any known players, you should obviously grind those matchups so you know what to expect to a certain extent. But that's gonna be it. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of these pools. Do you think they're going to stay as 8 pools with this stacked, or is it going to be split into like 16 pools? I don't know. We'll see. Later.